Welcome everyone to the Jewel of the South. It's race 1 of the Oceania Crown, the final round of the Tachycardia Triple Crown Challenge regular season. The pressure's on because after the next 3 races, only 4 drivers will punch their tickets to Class A and a shot at the championship.
That's right. The stakes couldn't be higher. This is the last chance for the grid to prove they belong in the elite class. And with Class C officially cut from the series, it's changed the shape of the competition overnight.
Absolutely. Every driver who was in Class C has now been promoted to Class B, new field, new dynamics, and some fresh talent to watch. And speaking of talent, Tyson Miller has officially been promoted to Class A after his strong performance in the last round.
Well earned, too. Tyson's been knocking on that door for weeks, and now he's in the top tier fight. That means he'll be lining up alongside Colin Heil, Eric Raynal, and Ryan King, the 4 highest scorers so far, and your current contenders for the Triple Crown Championship happening in just 3 weeks.
And you can't ignore the younger Heil either. Austin Heil swept Class C in dominating fashion as a rookie and now finds himself in Class B. He's not in the title hunt just yet, but if he keeps up that form, he's going to be a serious threat next season.
No doubt, the Heil brothers have been a storyline all season, and now they're 1 class apart with everything on the line. Buckle up, folks, race 1 of the Oceania Crown is about to begin, and with championship spots up for grabs, you know it's going to be chaos.
Alrighty everyone, well welcome back to Tachycardia Racing. We're here for the first race of round 3, the final round of the Triple Crown Challenge. Sorry for the hectic delay. Our poor racers didn't get a warm-up after their qualifying session, so we're racing along with them here. Right now you see on screen you have Zachary Amell leading the field, followed by then Austin Heil, then Brian Witzig, and then Eric Raynal. And then we have leading the LMP series, you currently have Colin Heil in first, followed shortly behind Matthew Raynal, and then behind him Ryan King there in that pinkish, reddish kind of LMP car, and then Tyson Miller bringing up the field, the rear of the LMP series. So we're so happy to have you all here, and we'll just see what these racers got for us. A couple changes to make note of this race. There is no Class C. So everyone in Class C has been promoted to Class B. That's why our GT3 field actually seems a little bit more full, even though there's really only 1 racer than usual in it, as well as the LMP series. We finally have more than just 2 or 3 cars racing LMP. So that should hopefully make for some exciting racing. But enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and start seeing what these guys are up to. Right now, it looks like in the GT3 series, you have Brian Witzig and Eric going at it. You currently have Eric, who looks like may have got the run. Looking for, I want to say this is right inside. He leaves it to Brian, so Brian holds the position, although he runs it wide. Oh, and we also have Matthew spinning out in the LMP series, coming out of the turn. That's going to hurt him quite a bit. GT3, you now have Zachary, who's now kind of on the mix right now. We may have had some things. Let's see what we had happen here. Looks like we have Ryan spin, Matthew spin. Quite a bit happening. All right, I think I got my bearings though now, so we should be able to keep up with what's happening on track. Colin Heil setting a new lap record at 127.0. That's actually a pretty quick lap. So he's certainly going to be, once again, the man to beat for this LMP series. On to turn 1. This field's getting pretty spread out. Ryan actually struggled a little bit to try to get past that GT3 there of Zachary. Splashing him like, hey man, that's I'm faster than you, please let me around, and he sure does. So Zachary just making way for that faster LMP car of Ryan King. sudden, just really struggling, trying to find his way. Let's go ahead and watch this replay here. Yeah, just lost the rear there. All that ground he just made back up. Trying to get there. Colin Heil with a new fastest lap, a 1:26.0, so a full second faster than his previous lap. He is certainly showing that he is here and he is here to win, and someone's really going to have to step up their game in order to take that away from him. Get back live now. Let's go ahead and see if we can check on our... Let's go ahead and follow up with our leader here, Colin Heil. Yeah, man, he has made quite a bit of distance between him and the closest person behind him. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it compared. Colin Heil a full 10 seconds ahead of his closest competitor, Tyson Miller. It just seems like the rest of the LMP field just really struggling to get a handle of their cars on this track, while Colin is just feeling it and running away with it. Now, granted, there's always a chance for a caution, but Colin Heil once again setting another fastest lap, a full half a second faster than. He still has speed, and he is trying to find all of the time that is out there on this track. So Colin Heil is certainly performing well this evening. Let's go ahead and check in with Matthew Reynolds. Matthew Reynolds currently running third in the LMP series, following not too far behind Tyson Miller there. 2.5 seconds. So far, not too much is happening on those GT3s, although those GT3s are a little bunched up right now. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Eric Reynolds in the GT3. There's Eric right there in that black and with gray stripes Mustang. Right in front of him there in that yellow and pink Porsche is Austin Heil, currently about a second and 3 gap, and then followed behind Eric there is Brian Witzig. So GT3 keeping it actually pretty tight this race. We'll have to see how things hold out, but so far no one of these three at least are looking pretty dominant. However, you have Zachary, who's currently leading the GT3 field and leading the GT3 field by about 5.5 seconds. So Zachary making a nice cushion lead for him. So the two leaders of the two different classes got a gap there. So unless there's a caution or something major happens, these two are feeling quite comfortable. But as you see back there, it's not like he can't see the rest of his field, unlike Colin Heil. So he's still aware that the rest of the cars are there and he can't really afford to make any mistakes. Tyson Miller. Let's go ahead and jump back to him real fast. Ooh, a little bit of lockup. Runs it way wide into the gravel. Luckily doesn't lose it though, but that's allowing Matthew Reynolds there behind him to catch back up. Let's go ahead and see if we can find those two fighting. Oh, and we just see Brian Witzig lose it there. Oh no, Brian Witzig into the wall. Let's go ahead and watch what happened here to Brian Witzig coming around the corner and okay. right, now we're on board with watching Matthew and Tyson go at it here. Looks like your second and third place currently in the LMP series. Tyson looking to the inside. Doesn't have room. A little bit of lockup out of Tyson. Matt doing well to keep his distance here. Going to the chopper cam, looking at these two fight. Oh, lockup out of both of them. Tyson almost into the rear of Matt. But no collision yet, although that probably hurt Tyson a little more than it did Matt. Matt now with a nice little cushion between him and Tyson. Matt's lead above Tyson now to about 0.7 of a second. So he's making it work. Oh, has a way better run than Tyson down the front straightaway. Getting his gap up to about a second, trying to make it comfortable. Matt's still got a long way to go, though, if he wants to catch Colin, who is now about 15 seconds ahead of the field. So at this rate, certainly we're going to have to see a yellow if the LMP series want to see any part of who's leading their field at this point. Going back now to Matt Reynolds, though, still with about that second gap. And it looks like Brian taking a pit stop after his collision there. Coming off there. And it looks like Eric, though, may have got past Austin Heil. Let's go ahead and fall back to these two. Oh, Austin Heil actually going in for the pits as well. Austin Heil probably realizing he maybe doesn't have enough fuel to get there to the end of the race. So just getting that out of the way early. So right now, Eric Reynolds now in second of the GT3 series. Zachary Immel currently leading. Let's go ahead and check on our GT3 leader here. Zachary now leading the GT3 field by 11 seconds. So doing about just as well as his LMP counterpart and just making sure he has that biggest gap possible. And at this point can maybe afford a little, you know, maybe a little off track, maybe a little slow, maybe not as clean of racing as he would like, but probably able to do that without much punishment at all. Here's Eric, who now leads those who just pitted by about 50 seconds. And now you have Matt, who is now caught up in traffic. He's there passing the GT3 of Austin Heil. Those two different classes. So Austin Heil knows, hey, that's not the guy I'm racing. I need to leave room. Oh, but maybe not enough room. Austin Heil way late on the brakes, or maybe Matt a little early. I feel like maybe he almost could have made that a little, but certainly ran the LMP wide. Brian Witzig now off track. Poor Matthew. He is currently, I feel like, cursed. He had about 3 or 4 cars, you know, wreck in front of him during qualifying, making his day, and now the GT3's in his way during the race. Let's go ahead and see if maybe we can go back to see what happened there. Nope, can't find the replay. All right, never mind. The race continues on. All right, Tyson Miller now trying to make his way past Brian Witzig on the front stretch. He does it with ease. LMP's much faster, so not too big of a surprise there. All right, well, while we're in this green flag racing, why don't we just go ahead and go to our scheduled commercial.
Hey, don't forget to do the dishes when you're done. Okay, bye.
Hey, you.
Me?
Yeah, you. Are you a man?
I think so.
Do you like guns and all you can eat meat?
Yeah, I suppose I do.
Do you want a day free of your nagging wife?
Yeah, I do.
Hell yeah, you do. Then Gun Day Meat Day's the day for you.
Gun and Meat Day?
Gun Day Meat Day, Saturday, July 26th, the manliest day of the year.
There will be guns,
Beer! Testosterone! explosions. Vegetables! Vegetables?
Vegetables? Where's the meat? That's better!
So, mark your calendars, grab your favorite guns and slab a meat, and get ready for Gun Day Meat Day, Saturday, July 26, 2025.
Participation in Gun Day Meat Day is entirely voluntary and only slightly ill-advised. Marriage is not a requirement. If you are married, we highly recommend securing permission from your spouse. Failure to do so may result in domestic turbulence. No age restrictions. If you raise someone who needs supervision, that's on you. All attendees must contribute meat or side. Show up empty-handed and you're on napkin duty. Organizers accept zero responsibility for injuries, missing appendages, singed facial hair, or friendships ruined over rare versus well-done debates. You are fully responsible for your own PPE, ammo, and general survival. If something goes boom that wasn't supposed to, that's between you and your insurance company. By attending, you acknowledge that Gun Day Meat Day is a lawless yet oddly structured celebration of freedom, food, and firepower. Join at your own risk. Grill responsibly, and remember, firepower and flavor go hand in hand.
All right, everyone, welcome back to racing. It looks like not much has changed as far as our competitors are concerned. Colin Heil still quite ahead of his racing series, now about an 18-second lead above them. Unfortunately, everyone, I currently have the cameras set to most exciting, and apparently the most exciting thing we have to watch right now is Colin Heil going around the track all on his own because he now has almost a 19-second lead. So while we're watching Colin Heil, let's just go ahead and go to his in-cam driver here. So this is a live view of his cockpit that he's actually racing. So you see his 3 screens there. He's got all of his gadget and some gizmos and everything, his telemetry. Who knows? I'm used to racing with, mini-map, and that's about it. But Colin has it dialed in to where he knows everything happening with his car, happening outside his car, happening with his field. He has the information he needs to, well, gain about a 9-second lead above his competitors. So say what you will, he's got it figured out, and he is doing it well. Ooh, little squirrely there. Now, LMPs certainly have showed that they are quite a handful on this track. Doesn't help that it's a cloudy day. The track's quite cool. Let's see what else has happened on this video. Now on your screen currently is Brian Whitson, who is currently 3rd in the GT3 series, and Colin Heil with a new fastest lap of 1:25. So still fighting speed out there. As you saw on the end cam, looked like he was struggling a little, but just because your car's a little loose doesn't mean it's slow. And there you have your leader of the GLMP now coming up on the leader of the GT3 of Zachary. So Colin's certainly making his way around. Zachary also doing a great job of keeping himself out of trouble. He now leads the GT3 field by about a full minute. So a lot of that, though, is due to the rest of his competitors have all pitted, and he has not. So expect that gap to get closer as time goes on. Zachary sending a little flash to Colin saying, "Hey man, how's it going? Look at us leaders out here all on our own." So we're falling back now, though, to the rest of the GT3 field. Here you have Eric, who is currently 4th. Well, everyone just kind of a real spread out, and no evidence of really anything changing anytime soon. So set this to most exciting, and with that said, I don't really know what to talk about, everyone. I'll be honest. Oh, actually, it looks like Tyson was off there. Let's go ahead and go back to him. Yeah, Tyson off track there in front of Matt Reynolds. So things might get a little exciting here as far as the LMP series go. Tyson currently third, although that might be Ryan King actually coming up on him. Yes, it is. It's not Matt Reynolds. It's Ryan King coming up on Tyson Miller. So Tyson Miller now starting to feel the pressure, currently third in the LMP series. But Ryan King not going to be happy finishing last today. So he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that doesn't happen. And he has about 25 minutes to do so. It looks like Austin Heil may have had an off track. Maybe oh, Zachary may have actually wrecked here. Let's go ahead and go check out that replay if I can hit the right button. Zachary, way wide. Yeah, runs it way wide. But like I said, he had about a minute lead in front of his competitors, though. Still has to pit, but that's not going to do a whole ton. He's got plenty of time. He had plenty of time before his competitors even pit. There you see Tyson off track again. A lot of dirt coming up. Spitting right on that LMP there of Ryan King. Ryan King doing well to make up the distance. Let's go ahead and just stay with these two. Tyson Miller about 7/10 of a second currently in front of Ryan King. But Ryan King has been doing well to charge through the field. So I'm going to expect that gap to close, and it does now to about 5/10 of a second. Ryan King also gets this draft here on this back straightaway. Didn't do well. Probably doesn't have much too far back to make really anything happen. Tyson doing well to get through the clean, although he loses the rear a little. Oh, Tyson loose there on exit. Tyson really struggling with his car on exit right now, and Ryan King is doing really well to take full advantage of that. Tyson now running it wide. He knows his car's loose, knows he can't turn too tight, otherwise that rear end's just going to run away from him. And Ryan King now right on Tyson Miller's butt. So, what is going to happen here as we head on to the front straightaway? Tyson running it wide. Ryan King running a bit wide. Ryan King now looking away around. Tyson doing well to block. Tyson doing really well to keep his car up in front. Playing very defensively as he should. Looks like we may have actually had an accident on the GT3 field. Ryan with a nice pass around Tyson on the inside. But Tyson isn't going to let him go away too quickly. Ryan moving defensively to cover the inside. Actually, no. Oh, but Tyson locks it up. And off Ryan King goes. Ryan King taking third in the LMP series with Tyson now in fourth. Let's go ahead and see if we can go back to this replay. New fastest lap done by, once again, Colin Heil. Doing real well. Almost has it down to a 124. Fastest lap currently a 125.1. So Colin, even though he has quite the biggest lead ever, he is still pushing. And there's our accident from our GT4 Eric Reynolds. So did well to kind of let the Colin by before getting back out on track. Just trying to get that thing turned around. Once again, meeting up with his GT3 friend there, Zachary Moll. Well, while this goes on, I guess I can tell you a little bit about Tachycardia Racing. Tachycardia Racing is a sim racing community, primarily around the Indiana and kind of tri-state area. A lot of our guys from Fort Wayne as well as Indianapolis. We're always looking for people to join us, so if sim racing is something that interests you, please feel free to join our Discord. And we would be so happy to have Tachycardia Racing as part of Built for Geeks, kind of a greater community around those who have all geeky interests, whether it be video games, D&D, whatever it be, Built for Geeks is for you. Looks like for the GT3 field, Brian Witzig and Austin Heil both back into the pits. Don't know if they had any damage to their car or not. Well, Zachary, I don't believe, has yet pitted once. So Zachary Immel now currently leading the GT3 field by a good, still 54 seconds. But that gap's going to grow as Austin Heil currently gets out of the pits. Alright, see, now I kind of got to hand it to Fox for their NASCAR broadcast, because it's something I kind of mimic a little bit, but it looks like we may have actually had an accident. Zachary Immel looks to be reporting a crash. Let's go ahead and see if we can maybe see what happened with him. Oh, once again, off. It looks like in the same term as he was last time. So Zachary, even though he has the lead, still really pushing. And it's still finding the limits and beyond. So, but not much change. He's still doing well there to kind of stay ahead. Looks like we may have actually had a... Oh, and your leader, Zachary, now into the pits as well. And we may have had an accident from Eric Reynolds. Looks like Tyson there in the rear trying to get some, I'm sure, gravel off of his car after it looks like maybe going off track. Oh, actually, we may have had an accident. Hold on. Yes, we do. We have Tyson Miller actually getting in an accident.
Hit the limiter.
Tyson locking it up, going into turn one. Here it was. Oh, yeah, it just gets real loose. Oh, into the wall. That one's going to hurt. All right, well, things are finally going to get exciting again. We are going to rack up the field now as the field is under caution. All right, so the new rule for this race is the field catches back up to the leader. The leader gets then the opportunity to do one full lap from the time he crosses the finish line until he can restart the race. So, as far as where they are on the track, though, it looks like Colin may have actually crossed it. So we have quite a bit of time here for the rest of the field to get caught back up. Looks like Eric Reynolds taking advantage of this opportunity to take a pit stop, as well as Tyson Miller getting his car all fixed up. Looks like Tyson may have had to tow, though, so he may have a little bit of time. Let's see if we can talk to any of our racers while we're currently under this caution. Hey, Collins, Reese in the broadcast booth. How we doing?
Good. How are you doing, Reese?
Not too shabby. You, once again, are having a phenomenal performance there in that LMP. You feeling comfortable? It looked like you had, I want to say, almost a 30-second gap to your counterparts. You think you're going to be able to get back to that once this goes green again?
That's the plan, but shenanigans happen.
Shenanigans.
So I'm keeping an eye on my mirrors, and we'll see how it plays out for the rest of the race. We're probably gonna have about 10 minutes to go once we get back.
Rock on. Well, good luck to you, sir. Hope to see you in victory lane once again.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
Hey, Matt, it's Reese in the broadcast booth. How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too shabby. So you're currently second of this LMP series, and followed behind Colin, who's currently been dominant in this race. Do you have anything for him once this goes green again?
Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage him. Okay. What do you mean by don't encourage him?
Don't encourage Colin. He's encouraging me.
Alrighty. So you're gonna maybe look in for the inside lane there once this goes green. Maybe just try to stay behind him. Draft. What's your plan here?
I think right now my plan is just surviving this. I've been able to run pretty clean so far this race, and I'll be back in traffic, so it's going to kind of make a little bit of a mess for me. So
rock on. Well, that sounds great. Hope you get through it. Hope you get through it all in one piece. And it looks like we're not too far away from this going green. Looks like maybe we got about a couple minutes or so. So good luck to you. I'll let you get zoned back in.
Everybody back up. Looks like everybody's here.
All right, it looks like we're about to go green here. So here we are. We're restarting 2 wide.
Three, 2, 1, go.
Green flag we are. All right, we're back green here, and the Tachycardia Racing Race 1 of the Oceania Crown. And it looks like you have Colin on the inside, followed by Tyson. Matt right there in the red on the outside. Currently getting undercut Tyson, who caused the caution, doing well to meet his way back up here. But Matt doing well to hold that second place. Colin, once again, though, running away with it. Ryan King there in the rear, looking a little loose, leading the GT3 field. It looks like you have Brian Witzig, followed by, actually, I don't know who's following him. Oh, Zachary Mill, and then Austin Heil, and then Eric bringing up the rear. So as it stands currently, looks like they're falling back in line. So Colin getting away cleanly. Matt also doing the same. Tyson fall in line, and then Zachary there. Tyson running it way wide there, but does well to keep his car moving forward. Brian also running it wide, allowing Zachary there in the GT3s to maybe get by and take that. It looks like maybe we have just a couple more laps here to go. Tyson way inside off-track passes. I'm going to guess has to give that position back, but I'm not actually too sure what the stewards think of that. Looks like Brian Witzig and Austin Heil may have got into it. Let's go ahead and go to that, back to that replay. Oh, Austin Heil way off track. And I don't know if he actually made contact with anyone or if Brian Witzig went off on his own. It looks like Brian Witzig also just went off on his own. So the GT3 is getting a little messy back there. Closely behind by Tyson Miller. Ryan King not too far behind him. Looks like Brian Witzig in the GT3 class may have been off track once again. We're going in the turn one here. Tyson looking for any way around. No way around as of now. Tyson off track. Currently about a half-second gap between him and the car in front of him, which is Matthew Reynolds. Tyson looks like he went way off. Now being chased down by Ryan King, who would love to not finish this race last. He wants those points as there are only 3 races left to determine who is in this LMP class for the championship race. Only 4 racers can make it in, and those 4 racers will be the ones competing for the championship. Ryan looking out to the outside, nothing there, but Tyson kind of slow around there. Ryan King, he's gotten around him once before. Can he do it again? Ryan looking to the inside. Ryan has the inside, the preferred lane going into this next turn. These two doing well to keep it side by side. Tyson not going away easy. Onto the front stretch though. Ryan King with the better run, but Tyson is still there. Tyson falling in behind. Tyson though now looking to the inside. Is he going to be able to outbrake his opponent? Oh, he doesn't. Some contact between the two. Nothing too serious though. Ryan King now back out in front. Ryan King now with the preferred lane. Tyson falling in behind. No mistakes here. Settling pretty well in. Ryan doing really well to keep it clean. Tyson still loose on exit. Been fighting that car all night long. Tyson running it wide. Oh, and he wrecks! Tyson wrecks! Oh, that's probably going to seal Tyson's fate for his position here in the LMP. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a replay of what happened there. Tyson just runs it wide on turn exit. There you go. Not much of his car left. At least not the front of it. Here we are currently watching Colin Howell. Eric now in the GT3 currently. second, followed behind Austin Heil, the rookie, who swept Class C last season, worked his way all the way up here to Class B just in 3 races. Quite impressive. Let's see if he can at least fight back for a silver trophy of this race. Eric doing well to just keep it clean. Maybe running a little wide there, but nothing too. And Brian Witzig may have crashed. Brian Witzig, you're currently in last, actually. Zachary Immel, the one in. And Brian Witzig maybe out of commission. There he is. Oh, runs it wide, just gets into that gravel, loses it, and oof. Nice flat side. Probably a rear toe link at least broken. That's a rough one. That's a rough one for Brian Witzig. Not the night he was hoping, not the finish he was hoping for. Eric, who is currently 5 seconds behind Zachary Himmel, who has done well, very well, to dominate this GT3 class tonight. There's your GT3 leader right there. Once again, almost about a 6-second lead above his GT3 counterparts. But as you can see, they're there just behind him though. So Zachary isn't free, and it's not done until the checkered flag waves. Now worked his way up to about a 4.5 second gap between him and the second place. So Colin just really well feeling at home and just making it look easy this evening. And Colin still setting a new fastest laps, a 125.08, doing it super well. I'm thinking he's just really wanting to see if he can get that down to a 124. And that would certainly be impressive and just the cherry on top for the night he has had. And Whitson, the pits. Austin Heil still trying to chase down Eric Reynolds. And quite a bit foggy today, so sorry if our coverage isn't the most clear, but you know, weather always has a mind of its own. Eric's still doing well to keep space between him and the rookie. These two actually raced each other the last round in the Class C. Oh, there's Brian Witzig once again turned around, just really struggling with that Corvette. Brian Witzig was in the GT4. Got bumped up, voted to GT3 due to the GT4 Class C. And so these GT3s have a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more torque. It's an adjustment in those GT4s. But Austin Heil doing well to close the gap between him and Eric. Has it down now to about 0.8 of a second. about a second faster last lap than Eric. So Austin Heil has the speed. Now the big question is, does he have the time? Unfortunately, I don't know how much time we have left, because it is said last lap now for quite a while, has it? Just fine. Austin Heil certainly putting the pressure on it. I'm sure Eric is perfect here. Any imperfection in his racing craft at this point is going to lead to a loss. Eric does really well. Up to about a second from where it was last time. As far as your LMP winners are concerned, Colin Heil finally finishes it, bringing home the win. About 7 seconds ahead of Eric. Ryan King looks to be bringing in third. Tyson Miller is now will bring in fourth, 5 laps down in LMP series. Zachary currently keeping it clean in the GT3, leading right now. Still doing well though. Keep Austin Heil at bay. The rookie, the legend. This is going to be the rookie's first time of what it is like to step down on a lower step, as he, at the very least, is going to be taking home second after winning his first 3 races in the Tachycardia series. On to the front stretch of the day come. And that means Eric Reynolds will be taking home second in the GT3, followed by Austin Heil, and then Brian Witzig bringing in the rear. Oh, and what a way to celebrate by destroying your multi-$100,000 car. But that's all right. That's what we do here at Tachycardia Racing. We're just here to have a good time, as there is just... Oh my gosh! Well, on that note, I thank you all so much for joining us, as always, on these race nights. And we're just so happy you all could join us. Your finishing results are Colin Heil bringing home the victory for the LMP series, followed by Matthew Reynolds, and then Ryan King, and then Tyson Miller. And then for your GT3 series, you had Zachary Mill win, with Eric Reynolds bringing home second, Austin Heil in third, and Brian Witzig in fourth. Well, everyone, we hope you have a fantastic night, and we hope to...